Hello, I'm April Brown with Zelken Financial Services, LLC, and I'm back with the tip, today's illuminated point. So let's talk about low inflation and Social Security. As of late, low inflation has been the topic of conversation. So low inflation can mean several things because I'm just going to dive right in. So low inflation can potentially point to a lower Social Security cost of living adjustment, better known as COLA, for retirees and other beneficiaries for 2025. With low inflation, retirees and other Social Security beneficiaries continue to contend with higher costs, food, housing, and other services. And the Social Security COLA estimated for 2025 is not official and it is subject to change. So why have I mentioned these things? Because low inflation is and can adversely affect Social Security and COLA, or the cost of living adjustment. And so, they want people to be aware. So this is why I'm talking about it. So let's talk about how Social Security, COLA, the cost of living adjustment, is calculated. Because a lot of times people are not very familiar with it. And I just want to give you like a brief overview. So it's called the Consumer Price Index, CPI, is a measure of the average change over time in prices paid by urban consumers like me. But, anyway, for the market basket of consumer goods and services. So what Social Security does is it takes the annual adjustment, which is calculated using the third quarter data from a subset of CPI. And that subset is called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. So the third quarter, which means, what is it? July, August, and September, third quarter. So in 2024, more than 66 million Americans did get a 3.2% increase for their monthly Social Security checks. And for retirees, the average increase was about $59 per month. However, there are people who predict, and this is what they do day in and day out, what Social Security annual adjustment will potentially be for 2025. And they're saying it's going to be at 2.63%, potentially. So which is down from what Social Security COLA got, which was the 3.2 for 2024. So this is how low inflation affects, the potential of you getting money. So, however, this is not written in stone yet. And COLA for 2025 could go up or it could come down from the current estimate. But with all that said, there is a concern because the rate of price growth has come down. However, retirees, disabled individuals, and others who rely on Social Security benefits for income are still contending with higher costs. So typically, beneficiaries are spending about half their budget on shelter costs, meaning their homes or where they live at. A category that has stayed higher even as the rate of broader inflation comes down. So there are other categories that continue to outpace the overall rate of inflation, including food, which we all have seen, electricity, hospital, and outpatient medical services. So for retirees who have extra money in their monthly budget, it can be helpful to set those sums aside to help aid or help prepare for unexpected expenses that may crop up later. So, low inflation, like I said, does potentially mean that your COLA that you're going to get in your Social Security may not be that great, or it may not be as much as what you got for 2024. However, we're all still contending, or people are still contending with the rate of increase for other services and goods. So I highly suggest that people in retirement do an annual cash flow projection, which can help identify any differences between expected income and expenses. To make up the difference, retirees may use investment options if they have some, or they can find other ways of cutting expenses or generating returns on their cash. Meaning, so if you have money sitting in the bank, and that money ain't working for you, meaning you don't have it in like some kind of CD, some kind of money market account where, it's earning something while you sleep, think about that. So the point is to make the most of your cash. So what you know is that the budget of some Americans may rely on Social Security benefits will be stretched and tested based off of the fact that low inflation will negatively impact it possibly. So with that said, plan accordingly. I hope this was helpful. I'm April Brown with Zelken Financial Services. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day.